Hello, welcome to Active Baking. In this video I'll be showing you how to make my gluten-free cherry brownies. You can find a written up version of this recipe in the description below, or just visit www.activebaking.com. You can also follow me on Instagram @activebaking, which is all one word. Let's get started. Before you begin making your brownies, you will firstly need to preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius for a conventional oven and 160 degrees Celsius for a fan oven. Now, to make the brownies, you will need the following ingredients: 250 grams of gluten-free flour, 300 grams of cherries, 70 grams of cocoa powder, 150 grams of light brown sugar, 3 medium eggs, 200 grams of dark chocolate, 75 grams of unsalted butter at room temperature, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, and 75 milliliters of a cherry liqueur. You could also use kirsch or brandy. The first step to making our brownies is to heat up our cherry liqueur or alcohol of choice, your vanilla essence, and your cherries. As you can see with my cherries, I have cut them in halves and removed the pips. Please do not put whole cherries in your brownies. You'll get an unpleasant crunch in the middle. So I'm just going to scrape my cherry halves into my pan and heat this on a low heat. We are going to heat it for around 5 minutes. This just allows the cherries to soak up the alcohol and really absorb the flavour. So just make sure that the cherries are nice and flat. And just allow the pan to come to a simmer at first, and then stir occasionally just to make sure that the cherries are fully coated in that vanilla and liqueur. So now that it's been around 5 minutes, we can add our chocolate, light brown sugar and butter. So just keep this on a low heat. Add in your ingredients. And stir them until they have combined and melted. Once all of your ingredients, so your chocolate, butter and sugar, have fully melted and combined, you'll have this lovely rich chocolate syrup. You can then turn off the heat and add your dry ingredients. So this is our gluten-free plain flour and cocoa powder. And then we fold these in. Once your dry ingredients are folded in, we can then add our eggs. So I have cracked my eggs into a bowl and whisk them with a fork. And we just put half of this in for now, just half. Fold that in. And then the other half. Now that we've created our brownie mixture, we need an 11-inch by 7-inch baking tray or baking tin, brownie tin, and it needs to be lined. And then we pour our brownie mixture into this tin. now we can spread it across so that it's an even height all over. And finally, we put our brownies in the oven on a middle shelf to bake for around 15 minutes. And now we can remove the brownies from the oven and allow them to cool completely before cutting. Thank you for watching this video today. If you would like to make the brownies yourself, you can find a written up version of the recipe at www.activebaking.com. There will also be a link in the description below. If you'd like to see more recipe videos like this in the future, then please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. You can also comment below to let me know how they go. You can also follow me on Instagram at Active Baking, which is all one word, and this is where you find regular updates of what I'm baking, as well as my original recipes. I've also started a podcast with my friend who runs at That's Just My Cup of Tea on Instagram. It's a tea and baking podcast where we discuss all things tea and baking and play a few games in between. The name is Or Shall We Have Tea First, and you can find us on all major podcast platforms. Thank you again for watching. Have a lovely day.